Okay, first off, I'm sorry to say, but I'm team TT and KC. TT and KC, hey, they're taking it for me. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all probably wonder how could he say that? When I was rooting for Trinity, well, TT might have took over. I still like Trinity, but honestly, I like KC and TT more. And it's only because, like, bro, like, I watch reality TV, I watch Babyy, so it was refreshing me. When it said this from South Central, the bells clicked in my head. Like it's a literal show on a network called South Central Baddies. It makes sense. You from South Central? You from LA? You from Watts? You from Compton or whatever? Okay, yeah, you I like you. I like you. I was in that just for Casey to say my mom. I'm used to that. Now it's clicking. But all right, so we got episode 19, 20, 21. I think episode 19 and 20 was the cost some more stuff. Y'all pretty much know what happened. I'll just name some key points. Kato was talking to Che and how I feel about them. Che was very cool. People kept calling him, a little sassy. And when he did the Boston accent, his voice got really light. I don't know. I think Kato might get tired of Che. I don't know, because Kato and Zach, like, you gotta get in Kato and Zach. They both got that banter, that messing with each other type of connection. Her and Che just a really a good time, and he got a good personality. I don't think there's gonna be no dull moments with them. But the thing about it, like, I'm gonna sum this up. But anyways, that's how I feel about Kato and Che. Could I see them working out? But I got a whole perspective on all of this. We're gonna get when we get to the recoupling. We're gonna get to the recoupling in a minute. I ain't get everybody now who connected, but y'all know what. I'm just going down the line. Anaya and what's his name? Anaya and what's that? The Chinese man name? I don't know, but I feel like he was good for her. Anaya should have definitely kept everything going because KC, you had to end up on the best terms, and then you told him go explore, and walked off on him. And but then again, like, I remember the talks Casey and I had where he was like, you're the only one that I want. Like, they both said the same thing. And one of them said that was like, I don't see nobody else but you. Like, you're the one I want. But they didn't leave on the best terms. I guess from a viewer perspective, we just saw how, like, Anaya was always nagging and complaining and stuff. And Anaya probably don't realize, like, or didn't, she don't realize what her actions. She not looking from a viewer perspective, so she's just thinking, me and Casey had a hiccup, but we're still locked in. Like, he told me he'll always be here. He don't want nobody else. One of them said that to each other. So I could see Anaya was coming from. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody calling her dumb, but y'all have to realize, like, she not a viewer. She don't know what's going on in Casa more, and she don't really know how the outlook of them two are. Like, have KC ever told Anaya that he's gonna? Well, and in the same token, because when a soul came in, KC said, he would exploit that. And in that instance, that was one of the last conversations they had as well. In that instance, if Casey said he would explored that, you should have explored. I'm not gonna my opinion just changed like that. You should have explored. I get y'all supposed to be locked in or whatever, but that was a minute ago, way before y'all said. Before he said he was on the explorer. He said he was on the explorer. So after, like, he would explore. So after the fact, you should have. If Casey was willing to explore, what are you doing tonight? Are you just gonna sit there and be like, like Melanie said, Melanie, I think I'm kind of starting like Melanie, trying to redeem herself just a tad bit. She's tolerable for me now. Tolerable, y'all heard me. But like Melanie said, we being the ladies where we on some. My man can go out and do whatever, but he come home to, as long as he come home to me, type of tease, and that's exactly what I was on. Like, you should have. That heart, gotta, you gotta get some oomph in you. You know what I'm saying? Some game in you. Some F that go. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that in you a little bit. Listen to some City Girls one time. Listen to some Kaya one time. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that connection. Who else? Kenzie connections. I just really like him. I just talk to the next dude. Oh my god, I think I like you. Oh my god, like I had a good talk with him. Like she's going wherever the wind blow. Honestly, you can blow right out the villa with that because I think she's still young. What's this floating in my water? Where's this water from? What did I eat this day? Oh no, we ain't drinking that water no more. Got some red stuff floating in there. Okay, but anyways, Kenzie, you know what I'm saying? She's a blow away. We got Kata, Anai, Kenzie. Who else had it? Trinity and Corey that ended quick. Trinity, Miss Bryce. She's still outside, you know what I'm saying? Which is good on her. Who else? Melanie and Ronnie, Melanie and Corey. Melanie and Corey. Melanie and Ronnie would have been nice, but I think Melanie don't want no nice guy like Well Sincere is nice. Ronnie was nice, but honestly, if we get into the tooth of it all, Love Island, why did y'all bring him on with that yellow tooth? His personality probably outshine all of that. I get he's a very high vibrational guy, but like the tooth, like when they showed him at the end, vote for who you want to stay and cost up more. He's smiling and he looking good, but you see the tooth, the yellow front tooth. No, so that's kind of exits him out. Million probably. I mean, a lot of girls probably don't want that. No matter how good he do, you're always gonna be at a disadvantage because of that tooth. Like I said, Melanie and Corey. Corey was cool. He said all the right things. I could see them being good. You know what I'm saying? He getting up out of her probably. You know what I'm saying? And just that hood dude s type of feel. That would be dope for Melanie. Hood dude, but good boy. Still gonna treat you right. But he gonna talk trash. Like I see that for Corey. I think that would have been good for Melanie, but them on Love Island, Melanie and Corey. I think it could have been good. It just needed time, and we need Corey to open up and be himself, and not just trying to win Melanie. I want to see him while he actually has Melanie by his side and how they talk then. You know what I'm saying? Not in the sense of he's gonna lose interest in her, but just in the sense of I want to see you comfortable with Melanie. I want to see y'all laughing and you talking trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you could do that on Love Island. Talk trash about other contestants because that's probably gonna get frowned upon. But you know what I'm saying? I just want to see them have fun, that they banner. But obviously, we're going to get to my perspective at the end. Let me go down the line still. So, Kenzie, Anaya, Trinity, Melanie, Kata, missing one more. Oh, Jen. Jen can get off the show. I get it's the Fab Four, Kata, Trinity, Melanie, and Anaya. Jen with the mole, looking like the lady from Shrek, just talking about, am I ugly? Like, all I'm used to do is just coming up to me, like, I don't know how much is, they can go home, they're so irrelevant, like, this is just a bombshell being irrelevant, like, she didn't join the pack, like, bombshells, they kind of a disadvantage, because we already got the main cast, and you like the new girl. Even if you fit in with the main cast, you're still the new girl of it all. We just look at you like, whatever. We don't really care for you. We care for the originals. So that's how I feel. Okay. So now I said all that. Let's just move right into the recoupling. Oh, what about the boy side? I'm sorry, y'all. This is going to probably take a long time. But Corbin, I'm just marking this real quick. Corbin and the Peruvian girl, what's her name? What's her name? Parmita. Corbin Parmita, Sparsky. I got to expand on this a little bit. I think they're gonna be one of my top couples, even though Corbin came from Casamore being most hated. I feel like just Corbin looks good. That's a big man. You know what I'm saying? That's big. You know what I'm saying? Big red. You know what I'm saying? Just big man, right? And it looks very good. 6 foot something, big hands, whatever. And then you got Parmita. Parmita matches his fly, like tall girl, bad, just bad. She need somebody, a dude with some oomph into him. And Corbin got that, and I think I don't know if America's gonna agree with this. They're probably not. 'Cause they don't see it for Corbin. Don't think I need to. I need Corbin to put his heart into it. That's what I want to see from him. Even though I don't think they're gonna win Love Island, I need Corbin to put his heart into this connection because he's saying they twin flames, like they the same people, just different genders. I get that. I see that, but Corbin, I need you to put your heart into this. I want to see you, your heart into it. I don't want to see you really having. I don't want to see you playing the game like you was with Kenzie. You know, what other boy connections happened? Alana went home. They didn't even say much about Alana. We're gonna get into Zach, the whole Zach situation in a minute. 'Cause I do feel some type of way. Who else? The boys, KC and TT. They just hit it off. They having fun, bro. Like TT don't be on bull. Even if she do be on bull, like KC is open to receiving it and hearing it rather than Naya just. But why did you say this in a challenge? But why did you? All that nagging and whining and complaining though. Okay, boys. Who else I got into connection? The bombshell and his, what's his name? Caleb. I think she's kind of too bad for Caleb in a way. But remember, she's an actual sweet girl. But I think she got bad beat energy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see much of a connection for them. Who else brought somebody back? It was Caleb, Corbin, and KC. That was it. Okay. Let's move on to the recoupling now. Now, my mindset of this recoupling, y'all. Okay, I want to drink some water so bad, but the water's nasty. I don't know what I had spicy. But anyways, recoupling. My mindset going into recoupling is and I know this may sound cliche. I know the girls, they said this throughout the episode, but it's like if I had a real connection, I'm not gonna guilt up for somebody I met in 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And there's two reasons for that. Number one, obviously, it's gonna look bad. Whoop de doo. That's number one. It's gonna look bad. It's gonna be a bad a ball for both parties. The boy and the girl coming back. It's gonna look bad because you switch your mindset up in 3 days. But number two is, damn, what was number two? Hold on. It's gonna look bad, and it's just like you giving it up. I think I don't know what my number two reason was, but it's like you just giving up a connection, a real connection that you're supposed to have with somebody you met in 3 days. If somebody can change your mind in 3 days, you're supposed to have faith. Like Bryce and Trinity. Bryce is big on having faith. Even though Bryce don't look the best, I like the way he thinks, and it takes a lot to think like that. You gotta have an open mind to think like that. So for Bryce, having faith, that was real. You gotta have faith in your connection, and this is the ultimate test right here. Kind of like sincere capping as be saying, but this ultimate test right here is you're gonna stand at the tougher times. If you go back by yourself, your partner go back by themselves, that just mean they switched up. They wasn't feeling you for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's about having faith and not looking stupid. Them two, they're my main reasons. So let's get into it. Okay, Jan picked out whoop-de-doo. Caleb came back with the blondie. Kenzie picked her new guy. Okay, Kenzie and her new guy, like, yeah. Kenzie finally got her a brunette because Zach didn't want her. Whoop-de-doo. But her new guy's pretty interesting. Like, seems like a good guy. I want to see how him and Kenzie can grow. But Kenzie just go wherever the wind blows, so it kind of throws it off. Like, Kenzie can go home. Jen can go home. Caleb can go home. And y'all better not send KC. I think KC and TT might have a lot of more votes than a Kenzie, a Caleb. I get he likable, but a Kenzie, a Caleb, and a Jen. And don't they do like the top three bottom couples? I'm having faith for Casey and TT because I think Casey and TT gonna get a lot of people like me that want to vote for them because they know everybody hate them. Right? Okay. Like the villain is the people that's rooting for Casey and TT. They got to show out. They got to do the big one in the votes. Obviously, they gonna do bigger than a Caleb, a Jen, and a Kenzie, right? Okay. Corbin come back with Parmita. The girls talking about when Corbin walk up, boo, boo. I gagged. I was like, bro, this is the first time I seen. I don't know what happened last season. I ain't watched last season, but they booed Corbin, and it was just the girls was just going at him like they was lighting his ass up. And Parmita, she did defend Corbin. She was just like, it was a challenge. We say things in the heat in the moment. He was probably thinking what his, you know what I'm saying? And like in one instance, like two things can be true. I can believe that, but in the other instance, he just switched up on Kenzie, and I could get how that could look. I guess it just wasn't real between them. Like if he was with Parmita and he went to Casa More, he wouldn't be saying, "Oh, Parmita's left at home." You know what I'm saying? So two things can be true. The girls can feel type of way, and Parmita can feel type of way. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, Parmita, she should kind of look at it in a girl's perspective. Well, because you switch up for 3 weeks for 3 days. It is what it is. He probably was sending a challenge, and then he feeling her too. I don't think that's a lie. Corbin really feeling her, and they had DM history. So, boom, that's three things can be true at once. Okay, Kata single, Zach come back single, and let's think about Zach. Let's get into Zach real quick. Zach, you got tested, right? But you got tested. You got a half a test. You took your test and left early, my guy. Not literally. You didn't leave early. Alana left early. So your test left early. So you need to come back and finish your test. But you back with Kata, so it really, I don't think you're going to sport no bum shell while Kata there. So your test pretty much over. But as long as, I don't think Zach would cheat on Kata for real. But how does that, I get those on Casa more. Zach was from Alana, but it was just, I just felt like kind of duped a little bit because Zach didn't finish his test and he acting like, oh my God, all I wanted was you. Like, you was all I'm thinking about. Yeah, after Alana left, nigga. Yeah. You ain't finished your test. Okay? But I think you'll still pass the class. So I give you that. I give you that little one. But I feel some type of way about that. And, oh, another thing, Kata talking about, I've been very respectful to you, Zach, but you can respect me. My thing is, a long time ago, if y'all remember, Zach said, yeah, I told the boys I'm closed off. And what did Kata say? Oh my God, that's so good for you. Oh my God, I'm so happy. That's good for you. She never said she was closed off back. And Zach always brought up the fact after they had sex or whatever, if another bombshell come in, like, I wonder how it's going to be. Meaning that they went back open. You know what I'm saying? It's still a possibility if somebody come in, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? That possibility is still open. They're not closed. So, Kata with the whole Zach needs to respect her and cut it. And what did Kata do? Who was Kata talking to? Caleb? No, Kata was talking to... Who? I think Kata was talking... Zach got salty about Kata doing something. Who was Kata talking to? Kata was talking to Caleb, I think. Either Caleb or Bryce. Bryce, she said, your friend. But that Caleb... I think Caleb was talking to Caleb. So Zach, of course, had his rights to we still open. Let me explore. Girl, like, what's the big deal? Okay, let's move on. Melanie decided to stay single. And she just had this big speech talking about the boys say I'm looking stupid, I'm looking stupid, I'm looking stupid. Everybody say I'm looking stupid. Am I looking stupid? Am I crazy? Sincere messed up one time, he better mess up again. You know, we'll do the same old speech. And she started to stay single. That was a good one. That was a big risk. You know what I'm saying? You know, since a Sincere move, and Sincere did not bring Amora back, and it was so crazy because Amora was like, everything is working out for me while doing her makeup or whatever, and everything did not work. Well, she might come back. Everything might have worked out for her. We're gonna get to the boat at the end of this, but Sincere and Melanie gave him a big speech talking about. You did this. She was going off of him for something. What was she going off of him for? Melanie charged Nova by making her look stupid. Okay, yeah. So Melanie got a point, like, but I don't think y'all ever just communicate that y'all locked in with each other. Sincere feel like he has the option to explore, the opportunity to explore if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never locked that in. Y'all never sealed the fucking lock. Y'all never sealed the deal. So, but in another instance, two things can be true at once. If I'm with somebody, no, 'cause y'all need to lock in. I'm not. It's not two things true at once. I give a Melanie saying she with somebody. Why explore others if you really like me? If you're content with me, lock it in. But you shouldn't even have to lock it in for somebody to be content with you. So yeah, two things can be true at once. You shouldn't. I mean, who's gonna lock it in? Who's are we just open and dating? What we doing? And I feel like, yes, since they're being open, his test, he's still completing his test. He got one more day to finish his test up. You know what I'm saying? He got to come tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He got an additional test to make sure, just to clarify. You know what I'm saying? So, since we voted in this episode, obviously, we should vote for Amora. That make the most sense. Sydney don't have much of a storyline, a connection with anybody. It's only two girls who can vote for it. Might as well vote for Amora. You know what I'm saying? Give Sincere's final test. Let the Melody mess happen again. Let's just see what Sincere do. Because Melody and I are charging up, said y'all one more time. And if y'all want to be messy, but truthful and like let everything fall the way it should in the right way, the normal way. You know what I'm saying? Put more in. Okay, let's move on. Trinity stayed single. Bryce stayed single. Bryce did his big one. Bryce got the most faithful thing. Like, that's so real. That's real. That mindset, like, that really stuck with me. It just stuck. I don't know if it's going to apply to my real life, but I know as far as Casa Morgo, like, that's my new mindset. If we locked in together, you gotta have faith and see if they had the same faith back. Like, that's so real to me. Okay. Anaya, I need some water. I'll be alright. Anaya. I just feel like Anaya was dumb as fuck continuing her connection with KC. She had a good man in front of her. What I already talked about Anaya and KC pretty much like their connection. But I said a lot. What like, I don't remember. Like, what was said earlier? I said a lot about them. They left off on the fact she was telling KC go explore. They didn't leave off on a good note. If you wanted KC to do better, Anaya, this how if you wanted KC to do better, you should have brought a man with you to make KC jealous, to make him want to do better, make him want to talk to you, make you want to work out y'all differences. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't do that. You didn't take the opportunity. You stayed loyal to some soil. Like, what? Anaya, like, I get you move with your heart, but you move a little dumb with your heart. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you kind of look gullible. Okay, obviously, this is where the show motherfucking starts. KC brings back Titi. And I was just explaining herself to KC. She's like, I chose you every time. And that made me feel type of way because she did choose me every time. But that first time, like KC not argue. I don't think he don't want to argue back and forth. I feel like it's a lot going on here on TV. I don't think he even got the equipped to argue back and forth. I didn't think he equipped like that. But KC said, you didn't even choose me at first. So what are we even? We got a couple by default. Then you just falling in love. I want somebody gonna choose me first. Basically, that's what he was saying. And Trinity, she questioned KC about you talk about the strongest couples. You ain't even say us, but look at you up here switching up for 3 days. She got a point. Trinity kind of able. Trinity sit back, just sit back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Literally, that's why TC told her what she said. So all the girls just start going off on KC or whatever. They mad at KC. Y'all thought y'all liked KC so much. But anyways, TT was like, y'all ganging up on him though. Like, y'all need to chill. Trinity's like, I'm not talking to you. And just TT was like, no, y'all need to chill. Like, TT kept talking. And she was like, but I'm not talking to you though. And TT was like, I'm talking to you though. I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? They going back and forth or whatever. Trinity's like, I'm not talking to you. Trinity not saying much to the other. She's like, I'm not talking to you. And, Titi said something like, "You a little girl, you need to sit down." I know she said you a little girl, but I don't know what she said after that. But she was like, "You a little girl to me, like you need to sit down." And she was like, "Little girl, who the little girl?" You know what I'm saying? And then after they finished, Titi ended off with, "Is anybody gonna shut me up?" Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, that right there, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know how Casey was gonna feel. It didn't sit right with me. It gave kind of ignorant hood rat type of tease at first. I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna be real and truthful with y'all, but but hold on, we gonna get to the but in a minute. But I just felt like America wouldn't like that because it gave ignorant hood rat type of tease, and I thought KC would probably follow that works. I thought Casey was like a real a good boy two shoe that that would go back to Anaya probably. That's what I was thinking after she said that. But they continued to talk and okay, and then the production low key gas and stuff up. Like I don't know, I think production is trying to appeal to everything that's going on in the culture right now. Like as far as the gay stuff, the drama, because you got baddies that's really out and everybody want to see a fight, right? So Trinity whispers, I got this verbatim. I just want to know who a little girl is. You know what I'm saying? To Bryce. Tomorrow, the Love Island viewers gonna put the love. Whoever edited this episode, the production, whoever the view, I mean the production editing team of Love Island gonna put in her captions as she said, "I just want to see what I just want to know who little girl is." As Trendy says that, Love Island production gonna put, "I'll show her a whole little girl. I'll show her a whole little girl." What? So we fighting our production? Y'all want to see a fight editing team? Like, no. And then it was another altercation that I really liked. I thought it was gonna go down. Y'all remember the Love Island season with Josh, and he had that blonde girl, and he left early because his sister passed away, I think, or something like that. Like, my camera finna overheat. We're gonna go and finish this up, but I like that. I've never seen like conflict like that. I only seen that happen one other time on Love Island. So I don't know what happened last season, but I'm just recalling seasons. And Titi says, ain't nobody gonna shut me up, please. You know what I'm saying? And my the whole thing was, while they arguing or whatever, where was Melanie during this argument? And I'm still feeling like Titi was a hood bird until KC talks. KC says, you know what I'm saying? They asked him, how did he feel? I thought he would have been like, I really don't know at this point. It was like that happened. That's what I expected for KC to say. But KC, he woke it up. He said, TT from South Central. I'm from South Central. You know what I'm saying? She remind me of back home. My mom and my aunt is from South Central. Like my mom and my aunt, she remind me of people from back home, like my mom and my aunt. So we on South Central baddies. You know, just South Central. When you said South Central, a bell went off in my head. It clicked, like everything clicked. TT made sense. KC, he still liked us. So that really molded and sealed the deal for me. Like, I'm glad KC liked it. I get. We get more of KC. Why you find everything funny? Probably because he really from the hood. He know how to really go down and stuff like that. And KC just happened to be a good looking dude from the hood. I feel like, 'cause South Central, it's hood watch company. You know what I'm saying? It's the hood part of LA. So I'm here for it. And that was Chef's Kiss. Let me try to finish this off real quick, y'all. Let me restart this camera. Okay, I'm gonna go and finish. I feel like, and we're gonna talk about the voting too, but I feel like I don't want to speak this into existence. I'm not, but if TT go home, I want to see her going away speech, because she probably gonna give, y'all, I'm still in the motherfucking house. She gonna give something like F all y'all, because y'all, who cares? Like, she gonna say F the girls, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want her to go home, bro. That's just, if it ever was to happen, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? And then they end the episode off with vote for Casa Amor. I know you want back from the boys and the girls. We had girls. We had Amora and Sydney. Amora, obviously, like I already explained that in this video. For the boys, I really don't know who I want for the boys. They had Ronnie, to Sincere was talking to Corey. Who else they have? Ronnie, Corey. Oh, Anaya do. Bring back Anaya do. That makes sense. That's gonna make sense. And I was like, I should have picked the Asian man. I forgot his name. I should have picked Ching Chong. That's kind of racist, but she should have picked the Asian man. You know what I'm saying? That's what she was saying. And bring the Asian man back. There'd be one big happy family. I don't want to see TC and KC give it up. That's my number one couple. And honestly, I don't see what Trinity sees in Bryce. I get Bryce look a little. He got his little cute moments, but he just the hair, something about his face, a little hairy. Like he had a big beard or something. He cut it. No, I don't see it. But this is my review. I'm sorry for the delay, y'all. I know I'm a couple episodes later, but life was happening. But y'all know you're gonna get y'all review, right? Okay. I interviewed baddies, people from Zeus, the real fighter networks. I want to see a fight like Love Island trying to do. I interview them, see I can watch it and get to know them. I do games with them as well, games I make up, and the bad boys as well. But I already charged about dyoungdrift, and I'm out of here. Peace. New episode, new reviews should be coming every day. If it don't come every day, it's gonna come in one cluster like this. So y'all can get your reviews. Make sure y'all subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.